Here you can see the evolution of
yes, the traditional.
at the beginning of the previous century.
We are in that phase.
So you're in that phase. So here the distillation units, the same as you can see outside. And here the second generation since the 50s with this kind of machine. And the seals now it's our equipment is more it's younger, but it's the same technology.
Yeah.
And
this is the
this
most
one,
developed one.
since the 90s.
And you have a mobile.
Yeah, we have two tanks like this, and we can distill in the one tank.
In Turkey, so far, in the traditional way.
In the traditional way, you cut the stems and flowers, and you let the flowers dry in the field during generally 2 days, 2-3 days, depending on the heat, on the weather. The aim of doing that is to remove the humidity contained in the plant. So the steam can, once it's distilled, the steam can go directly and take the oil in the flower. In this method, what we call also the green crushed, because it's crushed and the plant is distilled green, no pre-dried. So with this method, then you distill in the tank, and you have to put a lot of steam at the very beginning of the distillation to remove this humidity that has not been removed by the sun. It's another way of distilling. That here for this type of distillation, you need a very good equipment, you know, good distillery, good power of gas to make the steam very quickly.
Okay.
And it also depending on the size of the tank. If you have a big tank, then you have a lot of plant to evaporate. So it's that's why here in the old method we could use in the old days the direct fire. You don't need too much, you know, steam, because it can go slowly, because here the plant were dried before distillation. So I would say normally the quality of the essential oil is better if you can pre-dry the plant.
Yeah, a couple of days. Okay, I don't know it.
Maybe we can try.
It's a little bit more difficult operation for us.
Yeah, because you have to go back to the field and to take the flowers.
Yes, and we hope nobody will steal our flowers from the field.
Yeah, that's also a risk.
Yes.
It happens sometimes. For
Really?
here, when we have the field just close to the road, then you have the tourists. They say, "Oh, they stop
Bunch
and
of
take
flowers."
So we, have to make the police to watch. But if you have a field quite, protected from the ice, it's okay. But,
Okay, interesting.
Nice.
you know lavender, the difference?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hybrid
You
one.
tell us. Yeah.
Lavandin
So-
is the hybrid one, right?
Lavandin is the hybrid.
Yes.
Hybrid one, yeah.
Made from the crossing of Lavandula angustifolia and Lavandula latifolia. Latifolia is the spike lavender.
So hybrid one is less qualified, right? Because
No, it's a different product. It's not that is not a question of quality. It's a different product. The hybrid, the lavandin, gives more oil.
yes.
The plant gives more oil. The yield of the distillation. And the chemical composition is a little bit different. It's close to lavender, but the main difference that you have camphor and eucalyptus much higher percentage.
Lavandula angustifolia has less comfort.
Lavandula, normally you have less than 0.5% of camphor, and lavandin you can have up to 8-9% of
So it's not good for cosmetic.
It's not really the main application for lavandin is perfume. Perfume, but perfume for industrial,
cleaning.
cleaning spray,
Yeah.
detergents, this kind of product.
Okay.
More and more lavandin is now used in also fine fragrance. Fine fragrance is the fragrance you put on yourself. The aromatic molecules essentially, and then here you have the condenser. So the steam can go back to the liquid form, and here you have the separation between the oil and water.
Yes.
So here
And
you have the
we
lavandin
produce hydrolat here.
oil. Yes, and
Oil
here,
goes there.
Yeah, so you have the separation.
Yeah. Okay. And how big is your original tank? This is
So this is only for
Show.
demonstration.
demonstration.
Here we have 2 tanks of 6 metric tons. The steels. 2 stainless steel, 6 metric ton each. And we also distill in mobile tank, for the green crush lavender. So the tanks we have on the parking, and the tanks are 20 metric tons. So it's quite big. So this is a distillation of rosemary.
This is rosemary.
Yeah, it's rosemary. We made it last week.
You do the distillation in the same tanks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This kind of steels can be used for many applications. So this is the traditional distillation. This unit was built this still in 1988. But the original building, the first distillery, was built by my father in 1957. And I'm the 5th generation of.
5th generation.
Yeah, family lavender
distillation.
business.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We are the first generation.
Yes.
So you put some pressure with this tire.
Yeah, when we fill the still with lavender, whatever, and we always press with this to make sure that all the plant is well
Pressure.
yeah, to avoid the steam to go not to distill properly the plant. And then the steam is going from the hole, from the bottom to the top, and it's collected here. And after we have the condenser. We have a boiler. We use gas, propane gas. And so here you have the steam going from here, the bottom. The condenser out there, so you have 1 condenser for each still. And here you have the
Hydrosol and lavender oil.
And oil, and here you have the separation.
Okay, lavender oil feels.
Yeah, the essential oil, most of the essential oil are lighter than water. So the oil is coming here and then
around this
around
hydrosol.
here. Then you can collect the pure essential oil, and hydrosol remains there and is going from for evaporation.
Yes,
For the
we
lavender.
came a little bit early.
Yeah, for the lavandin and lavender. We begin normally around the 15th of July.
15th of July.
Until end of August.
Okay. And you collect lavender flower from the other farmers around?
Yeah, correct. Yes, we have our own farm. We have 50 hectares. 50 hectares, and then we distill for all the other farmers.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because we are thinking about doing the same.
Yeah. Here we produce more than 10 tons of oil.
10 tons?
Yeah, more.
Good.
Last year we did 11 tons.
Only lavender oil, you mean 10 tons?
Lavender.
Okay. In Turkey, nowadays only lavender and Mustafa is popular.
Yes.
You do organic or not?
We do organic. We don't have organic certificate.
But we do it organic.
But we do it organic. We don't use any type of chemical. We don't use anything.
The biggest problem is the grass.
Yes, I know.
Yes, it is. We are trying to fight with
Well, we manually try to clean the field, but when we grow to 50 hectares, it's very difficult.
Yeah, that's the main problem.
Yeah.
So if you have a big fields, you have to. I don't know in Turkey if you have a lot of labor, if it's
it's possible.
easy to find people.
Easy.
In front, you can go by hand to remove the grass just close to the small plant.
Yeah.
Because the most important is to clean the plant when it's a baby plant. Because if it's when your plant is that size, if you let the grass grow all around the plant, then the plant dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have and for lavender, it's critical during 2-3 years. After 3 years, the plant is big enough to cope with grass, and you can just with a tractor you can remove the grass
In between
in
the
between
lines.
the lines, so
Yeah.
it's not a problem. And on the line, if the plant is big enough, it's not a so big problem. During the 3 years.
So
it's
at the
typical.
moment what we do, we have the lines, and between the lines we have a small machine that we can go in between the lines. So we can clean between the lines easily. But in between two plants is difficult. We need labor for that.
That's the best.
Okay, but there are some farmers in Turkey, they don't do organic. So they can use some chemicals to fight with wild grass.
Yes.
Like, are you using here any?
No, we are organic too.
You are organic too. You don't use.
But after it depends on the regulation of your country. In France, we have few pesticide law that we can use to fight against the grass. So it's.
So you have specific like what's called formulation or type of medicines. Like
no, it's a chemical. It's a chemical, but it's not our case because we're organic. But I know that you can also buy chemicals and to.
Because our farmers in Turkey, they don't know if they use a specific type of chemical, it can harm the lavender or not. Because when we do other type of farming like sunflower.
Traditional one?
Yeah, traditional ones, we exactly know which is bad for the wild grass, but doesn't give any harm to the wheat.
But you have a kind of organization for agriculture?
Not yet.
Everyone is independent, but we have Facebook groups. No organization.
No, but I need with the state, because in France we have the Ministry of Agriculture, and then we have a chamber of agriculture for in each area. So it's the public service. Then you can go and ask about how to grow. So to have
Lavender is a new thing, actually.
Yeah, we have this government organization, but the government also doesn't know. Lavender is new for our country. It's not like other traditional farming. This is why government doesn't know. Also, they don't give any consultancy about this.
İlker is the consultant right now. Many people wrote.
How you do this? At the moment.
Maybe you can ask in Bulgaria, maybe.
Because for sure, some of them they don't do the plant completely after 15 years. They say that only cut it from the surface, keep the root inside. From root, it will grow again.
No, completely they remove, I think.
You completely remove the plant. I see.
No, the plant will not. Once the plant is dead, after 10 years, it's dead. It's not going to renew by itself. So you have to replant another.
In